Hello, all of my sleepy bears. My name's Chronically Blue. Welcome back to another episode of Sonic Frontiers Final Horizons. Sonic Frontiers the Final Frontier, or Sonic Frontiers the Final Horizon. One of the two. The point is, we were actually going through and doing the two towers back to back. Yes, I know. After I clickbaited you and unfortunately did not tell the truth about last episode, we are officially doing both this episode. That's right, we are knocking out two towers in one episode, as shown by the link to the video. I know, it's kind of lame, but it's what we are doing, very thankfully. So you are going to see, first and foremost, that we are going to do a quick little snippety-doodah here, because we are not that great at this. So, yes, this part here, I would highly recommend making a save before even attempting this tower, because you are going to need it. There is some humming attacks that we have to do where they do not give us a failsafe in case we mess up and have to reclaim the tower. So, if that does happen, then too bad, so sad. You gotta go to the last save. So, you know, that's just something that you should do. I've done that previously, because whenever I finish an episode, I always go through and save it before I start recording the next one, because I like to make sure that I have the footage before I do anything. Now, if you are playing a game that autosaves, such as, I don't know, Uncharted Drake's Fortune, or something like Goodbye Volcano High, then you really can't be safe. You just gotta hope for the best. Thankfully, and I'm actually gonna stop talking right there, but let's just say things have been fine so far. But I am very grateful whenever I can save at whatever point I'm at in a game. It just makes it super easy for me to be like, oh hey, this messed up. At least I don't have to do a whole lot, I just have to go back 30 minutes. So, it's something that I can very much appreciate. As well as, just something that we have here yet again, it is very nice weather, very thankfully. And I'm absorbing it as much as I possibly can, because I know, oh sweet goodness do I know, how it is very quickly going to go back to being annoyingly hot. So again, I'm just enjoying it as much as I can. Yummy. We're giving our AC a break, and you know, I want to be outside a lot more, but I have a lot of stuff to do. Thankfully, with this here, this is going to be one of the final things I have to worry about as of right now. Everything else is going to be super easy, in theory anyway. Thankfully, not a whole lot coming up, and I am very excited about that, actually. Again, I already have all the footage recorded, so that just makes me so happy. I don't have to worry about anything, and that is an unreal feeling. While yes, that part has me very relaxed and not worrying about anything, there is still quite a lot personally that is coming up that I'm just like, I gotta do so much stuff, and it's just nice to have at least one portion of it completed. So, that's just something that's really good. Again, it's not a lot, but it's enough for me. So, I'm glad for it anyway. But what we have is, as of the time that I'm recording this, this Sonic Superstars game has released, and of course I pre-ordered the Digital Deluxe Edition, and you know, I'm at a very rare problem, which is that I'm still going through the DLC of the Final Frontier, Final Horizon, whatever you want to call it. And so I'm not at a point where I can go through and do a Let's Play of Sonic Superstars, which, you know, I'm kind of alright with, because the people that like I got the headfirst jump on the DLC, so I feel very, very thankful that I was able to do that. Like, you might recall that the second the DLC came out, the next day, bam, I had a video out. And I had to, like, record that night. So, it's something I'm very thankful for. And many of you could very easily be like, well, why don't you just do a live stream? I know. There are way too many variables with the live stream that I've tried in the past, but even then, I've only done it once, and it was still horrendous. I still had the settings off, even after lots of practice. And there's way too many variables. With editing, I can very easily be like, oh, hey, this is a little quiet. Let me turn that up. Oh, hey, this is a little loud. Let me turn that down. And there's just way too many things, unfortunately, that could and has happened that I'm just like, you know what? Nope. No. I'm not testing it. Now, there are quite a lot of wonderful people that have gone and done that. They've live streamed their completion of the DLC. How? I don't know. They just do. And I was like, okay. You know, it's hard for me to believe that you've done all this in one live stream, but okay, you know, it must be like a 50 hour long thing or whatever. But anyway.
Regime Dansk Garfa Amdi. Regime Device Migan Kitor Duend. Da Denai. Gwen Redir. Buele Gain. Gwen Zak Shure.
You will hate this. What you have to do, you have to very quickly do a cycloop, then do a punch, a 1-2 punch, then a stomp, in order to deal the maximum damage in the most efficient amount of time. There's no other skills available. You cannot, this is the most that you can do. And you are going to see that even with this, we are still cutting it very, very close. Now, it could be because I am on the hard difficulty. That could be it. But I've made it this far. I'm not giving up now. I died. Well, I didn't die. I had to restart this trial multiple times. I had to look up a guide because I just wasn't doing it right. That was it. I'm being fully transparent here. I had to look up a guide because, sweet goodness, you have to destroy these things within 30 seconds each, and that is very difficult. But as you can see, the one punch and then the stomp is the most effective thing possible. If you mess up, don't get discouraged. You could still salvage it. But if you are less than 30 seconds away and you still have one thing left, just don't be sad when you see the fail thing, you know? Just now here I am cutting it really close, but I just had I had a gut feeling. I'm like, you know what? No, I got this. If I just get this perfect, I can do it. Lo and behold, after not even, it took me an additional, let's see, failing the tower took me about 28 minutes, and then doing this took me about another 30. So, again, we are definitely getting our playtime in with this DLC, as I've gone over previously. But you just gotta get it right. You just gotta get it right, almost perfection. But once you do that, you will have finished the tower. And this is, without a doubt, the most difficult tower I've ever come across as of this time of recording. But since we've done that, let's go ahead and see what the cutscene is. And if you think this is a long loading time, guess what? You're right. This is where the influence of Sonic 06 comes in. Bam! Burn! What? That's right. I said it. Gonna need some aloe for that burn, Sonic team. I'm just kidding. I appreciate it. I understand that this was one chunk of an update, so, you know, I get it. It's a little annoying, but still.
Da Jersey Garfa. Tauschken Bab. Da Bardrim Koko. Zeigt da Dienst Bielens. Dem Lerulas Weidel Biskle Guy.
Trial Tower is unsealed and can now be ascended. Yay! Woo 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 woo. A woo 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 woo. Woot. A woo 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 woo. Shoot up the bottom. Anyway. Yes, we have another Trial Tower unsealed. Fantastic. Now we only have like, what, 56 missions to go? And like 18 stages? Fun. We'll get there, I think. Probably. Eventually.
The Coco helps
They sure
show
do.
us the way. We've got to
Working on
reveal
it,
those
Tails.
emeralds.
You're really not, Knuckles. Now, the only thing I could possibly conceive happening is that while Sonic is going through and doing the Trial Towers, that's when Amy, Knuckles, and Tails are going through and doing their stuff as well. That's the only way I could picture it. I think that's what they're trying to go for. Again, that's my best guess here. That's all I got. Now, if that's not what's happening, then I don't really know what they're talking about. But still. Since we've already gotten one Trial Tower done, and I already knew, while I was playing, I'm like, this is gonna be a really short episode. I can't do this. I gotta do another one. Just go ahead, include it, because I know it is going to be omega short. I'm like, you know what? We gotta do it. Now, you may notice some treasure chest signs that are not the typical one. They're purple or yellow or red. And what that means is that when we are playing as the specific character, Amy, Tails, and Knuckles, we have to activate their side insert name of the special thing that they have here. Amy has the Psy Hammer, Tails has the Psy Blaster, Knuckles has the Psy Punch, and once we do that, then we have to get the rings to fill up the red gauge that you see there by collecting rings or doing actions and such. When we do that, we can then do the thing to activate the special signposts. What do those do? Those make it easier for us to access the circular Cocos that reveal the map. It makes it so it's easier for us to access the skill points. It is almost necessary at certain points, but once you have that and once you figure out how to activate it-ish, you're gonna get it. You will probably fail multiple times when you are trying to do it, but again, don't worry, it will happen and you will be alright. Come on, Sonic, take out this Master Ninja Plus. Which, if you recall, it is taking quite a lot of damage. It has a lot of health and a lot of defense. But, I'm like, you know what? I'm already here. I feel pretty confident in me being able to do this. So it's like, you know what? We are gonna do it. We're gonna knock out this Master Ninja. Just because I said so. Yeah, that's right. I'm that confident. At least now that I know how to do stuff. Also, never underestimate the power of the retaliation button, because that really helps. Again, what I'm trying to do here is I'm just trying to get a hold and lock onto it so that way we can do that, because that is what really knocks it out. And when they do the backwards flip, that's when it cancels out of the auto lock target, so you can't really do a whole lot. Don't worry about this, we will come back to this later. But now that we've already done that, it is time for the third Trial Tower. I know I said that out like I was. No, it's not Chris Hansen. That's the Catch a Predator guy. It's the not Chris Pratt. I know his name's Chris. Whatever his name is from Total Drama Island. You don't have to worry about this. We're gonna mess this up, just so you know. But we'll get it right the next time. Yeah, so we need about 800 in order to get here. So I'm like, you know what? Let me try that again. I bet I can do this a lot better this time. And just by us going and getting the Phantom Rush boosted up, that's going to really help increase our speed as well as the damage that we do in order to get us over the threshold so we can activate the mission post. And just like I've said in multiple episodes, we are doing all the missions. We are going to try to get all the skill points. We are going to reveal the map. We are going to do all the stages. Everything else, I could care less. I did not go through and find every single individual Coco for the Let's Play. I'm following that here. I'm not doing that. Sweet goodness, I've done enough. No, can't make me. No. So here, this one's actually not that bad. It's a very refreshing turn. What we get to do is we are just climbing up these big pillars floating in the sky. Again, is very nice. It's nice to just have some of that. I'm like, hey, I'm actually good at this. This one's super easy. Let me do this. It is very relaxing. Or not relaxing. I guess refreshing is a better word to use. Just because we don't have to worry about it. There's no annoying, high-intensity, tight platforming stuff here, there, whatever, that we have to worry on. And it is just very, very nice. So along with the weather, we can just take a chance to cool down here. And if this is confusing or difficult to you, I implore you to please watch this, because it's just very nice to be able to handle this and not have to worry about the 15,000 things that we have to do with any of it. Also, the Trial Tower boss here is also super, super easy when you remember the slicer thing that we did with the last Master Ninja. It's just very nice. Legitimately, it is one of the easiest towers that we will ever come across, and just show off how easy it is. I'm not going to destroy any of the purple floating targets that we have here. I'm just going to ignore them, just in case I do fall off, because that has happened at a previous time. But we can just go ahead and just go right for it here, and it is very nice. And I know that I've probably talked about it being nice multiple times at this point already, but it legitimately is, just because we've been through a lot. By we, I mostly mean myself and the footage that's gotten, deleted, because that's what I do. Here, let me show you 3 hours of me struggling to get up one trial tower. No. That's boring. It's boring. It's annoying for me, boring for you, and if I'm not recording live commentary, then it's just a annoying thing to go through. I was gonna say a drag, but I don't know if that's going to be bad to say at this. No, drag should still be fine, because people in physics, they talk about the drag of the air or of a parachute. So yeah, drag should still be fine. Yeah. And if it's not, in whatever year you're recording, well, you're watching this in, then it should be. I apologize. I'm apologizing in advance, in case drag becomes a taboo term. But again, I don't think it should. But I don't have any choice over what does and what doesn't, so, But here we are, and again, we cannot jump off, we cannot go onto that red thing right there, but we do have quite a few areas here that we have to knock off. Knock off. Knock it off. Anyway, we're almost to the top of the trial tower, and this has been the trial tower that has not given me any difficulty whatsoever, and I'm very thankful for that. Now, is this the final trial tower? No. Without a doubt, this is not the last one. We have some more. But just having it, they gave us a bone. I don't know how else to say it. It's very nice and relaxing to have something that is not a think tank, something that does not require fast reflexes or luck or anything like that. This is all stuff that I can very easily be like, you know what, I got this, I can do this, I can make this happen. Now here I did second guess myself just because I'm like, yeah, can I? And then it's like, yeah, I can. But yes, we have some floating platforms here that we can climb on if we get the angle just right. And this is the only part that you're going to be like, really? But when you see this platform right here, and you remember that Sonic can climb to the top of it, stand on top of it, and then just go right to the top, it's completely fine. It's like, oh, well, that was really easy, actually. Well, that must mean that this boss is going to be really difficult, right? Like, that's the only thing.
Lebaisk, Garfa, Daika. Lebelk, Belvain Garki. Bask, Juarus, Milduke. Bandel. Lenuke, Deron. Andil, Mingaida.
So, you remember how I told you about how this boss is going to be the easiest that you've ever seen? I was 100% serious. If you forgot how to fight these, do the parry attack. I forgot here for one quick second, but that's it. And it's another thing where you will see the time and you'll think, wow, is there gonna be more? No, this is it. This is literally it. And after going through the hour of annoyance with the circle dudes with the indestructible shields, you can imagine my surprise. I'm like, this is it? Like, that's it? So, again, if you're having difficulty with this, I'm sorry, just use the parry and then attack. You don't even have to stop or anything. You just use the parry. Not the platypus. Not the secret agent. The move in fencing. That might have gone over your head. I apologize. But, you know, parrying is a move in fencing as well as swordsplay. So, you know, just a little fresher. A little fresher in case you forgot what parry is. And you think of the platypus. Which, to be fair, that can happen. Thank you, Dan Povenmire. And Jeff Swampy Marsh. Yeah. Those are the two producers' names. It only took seeing every single episode and the movies, as well as the TikToks, to remember their names.
Jindeus Vaiga. Lezaidu Guanshi Gaizandu. Medium. Dadre Fask Gai Vice. Then Delgas Vai Device. Engai Postius. Len Lanferta. Boys Store.
A trial tower was unsealed and can now be ascended. Yay! We just can't have enough of them. Because why would we? Can't have too many trial towers now, can we? It's like how we can't have too many stages or missions. So, yeah. Yes, it's pretty. It was pretty the 5 other times we've seen it. Go ahead, talk to me.
Hurry, Sonic. For the Coco. For all of us.
Is this cloaking technology how the enemy robots appear, too?
Aren't you supposed to be training or something?
Knuckles, you can stop talking, actually. I do not care. Now, here, we are going to get extremely sidetracked by something that I'm sure I'm gonna have to do eventually. So, what is this? This is a gigantic maze where the paths are obstructed with floating blocks that we can remove by stepping on the switches. Now, there is a path for Sonic, Tails, Amy, and Knuckles. So, I'm assuming they did not mean for me to get here this early, so I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and knock this out of the way. Just because, why not? Now, we are not fighting the alien, ghost, guardian, whatever the stupid thing is, by the statues. We're not doing that. No. I do not have the energy, the time, or the rings to do that. I almost said crayons. But with us going through and activating all this stuff for future reference, then it should hopefully make it easier for when we do have to come up here. Either through Tails or Knuckles or Amy or Sonic. But I just saw that we could get a lot of this out of the way first and foremost. And if this respawns when I come back later, then awesome. I can't wait to edit that out for all of you and save you all the 5 minutes that I'm spending doing this right now. But if it is gone for good, because most of these switches that if they don't like protrude back out and turn blue, then they typically stay that way. So again, here's hoping. But I am just I'm ready for a nap, for Halloween, for a lot of stuff. I'm ready. I'm excited. I am tired. I'm very glad to be able to be at the current point where I'm at, where a lot of stuff is already going pretty well. I just have stuff I have to schedule, stuff I have to do, money I have to spend, and to at least be at the point where things are starting to very slowly fall into place. It's very nice, because my future planning and my steps in order to make things happen is very nice. I know I'm being very vague, but the stuff I'm talking about is like holiday presents and oil change and all the fun adult stuff that comes with, you know, having a job and driving places. So, if you are under the age of 18, or, yeah, if you're under 18, or if you don't have a car, then I was just thinking to myself on the drive, I'm like, man, I remember being younger, like being a teenager in high school, and being like, man, I have so much free time, but I'm depressed, so I don't really want to do anything. But now, I'm over here just like, man, I want to do a lot of stuff, but I don't have any time. It's annoying. It's really annoying. You can't have the best of both worlds. Everything's going to go one way or the other. Which, cool, love that. Glad I get to share that information with a bunch of people. But, nevertheless, we see the tower. We know where we're going to start next episode. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all next time. Goodbye, my sleepy bears.